let's get right into it. First of all, tell me about the early years and how did you get bit by the theater bug here in Buffalo?
Oh my gosh. I used in church, we used to do a lot of plays, the retelling of Christ and the story there. So I think that's really like the first time I really did acting. But it wasn't until when I got to college, at Daemen College, which is now Daemen University, a really good friend of mine named Aisha Rudolph. I'll say her name anywhere I go. Aisha Rudolph started a club and invited me called Creative Minds, and we produced our first student production of August Wilson's Fences. And ever since then, I never looked back.
Ah, and then how ironic that you had that full circle moment where you end up doing an August Wilson play on Broadway.
Oh my gosh. Well, it wasn't the August Wilson play. Passover was written by Antoinette Wandu, but it was at the August Wilson Theater on Broadway.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad you corrected me. I mean, let's not go there just yet because I want to talk a little bit about graduating from Daemen and then making that move to New York City. I mean, that's the big perilous jump for any actor. When did you go? How soon after graduation, and what was it like?
Oh, well, after graduation, I was still in Buffalo for a while. I graduated with a psychology degree. So I worked with my degree and I worked with at-risk youth. And I was a mentor for them, encouraging them to stay in school and, not drop out and getting them out of the everyday life of being in the streets, honestly.
Mm.
But then I moved here August 18th, 2015, which this year will make 8 years that I've been here.
Wow.
It's been nuts. I can't even believe it's been that long now that I'm saying it out loud.
Well,
Uh,
you have done a lot in those 8 years. So when did you start to get some work? When did your career start to gain some traction?
so I went to a I went to a conservatory. I won't mention the name. I went to a conservatory and I ended up leaving before I graduated the conservatory. It just wasn't for me anymore. It wasn't. And for like maybe a year and a half, I was doing restaurant work, serving
Oh,
tables. Yeah, the actor's dream. I
that's
was serving
right.
tables in New York City, and maybe around 2017, I started getting into background work, and I started working background on whatever I can. Just putting myself out there. I started taking classes with different casting directors and coaches, and maybe 2017, I started doing background and then as many plays that I can, small productions where like 10 people in the crowd, 20 people, I did that. I just had to build my name and I had to build a network. And I mean, fast forward now, here we are, I guess. I guess I'm doing something.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. You're building quite a resume. I mean, when you Google Alfonso Walker Jr., there's all sorts of stuff that comes up. So yes, sir, you are arriving. So tell me a little bit about your family's reaction to being able to see you on TV. They must be thrilled with your success.
Gosh, my mom, my grandmother, my brother, like my cousins, everybody, my father, like I think it's like surreal to them because they call and ask for money. And I'm like, wait, I ain't making that. I don't have it. I need to get that out there. Just because you see someone on TV does not mean that they are rich. It's still, you don't see the process that goes on behind it. But when I tell you, like just today, my phone has been going absurd. Like everyone's calling and FaceTiming, and it's just like, I feel mm, so overwhelmed with gratitude. Like, because this is rough, like it's challenging, like, and to be far away from home and have nobody here with you, like none of my family members, it's same state, but it's not the same city, and it's kind of far away. So, it's overwhelming sometimes, and it's like a lot of sleepless nights. But when something like this happens, it's like this is why I do it, and like I love my city because we've been through so much, and I know that it's so heavy there right now, but it's like today was like a win for us, for all of us. And it didn't even happen yet. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. You know what I mean? But it's like it's a win for all of us. And I just feel so blessed and so honored to be able to say that I'm from that place, that I'm from Buffalo, and to have that support. It's nothing like having home support. It's nothing like it. I promise you.
Absolutely right. The pinnacle for any actor is to get cast in a Broadway play, and you got to know that thrill. So tell me how that came about, and were you pinching yourself for a while after you were cast?
Oh my gosh. After I was cast, I went crazy. I remember like leading up to the audition when they sent me the sides. I slept with those sides. I ate with them. I took them to the restroom with me. I like wherever I went, those sides were there until I did that audition. And when I did that audition, like a few days went by and they called me. And I remember she said, the casting director said, "Are you sitting down right now?" I said, "No, but I can. Like if it's that bad, I might as well sit down." And she said, "You got it." And I said, "What?" And I started screaming and I got on my knees and I just said, "Thank you, God. Thank you, God, as many times as I can." I had no agent, I had no manager. I did it all like, just through networking and meeting people and, people saying like, "You should meet this guy. He's worth meeting. He's worth meeting." People saying my name in rooms that I wasn't in. And that is very powerful because I wouldn't have had my Broadway debut without it. Shout out to Logan Vaughn.
Awesome. So give us a little bit of a setup for what you're doing tonight in this Law and Order episode. It's 11 o'clock now, so folks
Yeah.
have seen it. So,
Yes.
but tell
Yes.
a little bit about how playing that role, what that was like for you.
Oh, I'm very conscious about like the kind of characters that I want to play. I know I have to remove myself from them. But this episode, I got to have a little fun. I got to play someone like of status, with money, with accolades, Grammys, and all of that. And I got to have a little fun with him. And first of all, I can't believe that I was on Law and Order. That's so nuts. But this allowed me to just like, I don't have to worry about being the bad guy chasing someone around or being chased. I could just like go to work and play. I can go play. And I got to play. Like it wasn't too crazy. It was just like, just come and have fun. And that's what it was for me, like honestly. Yeah.
How awesome. Well, you've had a crazy few years. I mean, I'm looking at your resume and you've been on The Equalizer with Queen Latifah and Blue Bloods. I mean, these are all like shows that everybody knows. I mean, it's still got to be kind of cool to add those to, to your IMBD page or whoever does that for you.
Yeah. That's awesome. Because I mean, there was times when I had 0 credits on that IMDb page. Now, I mean, they're starting to add up now, and I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited for what's to come. Like this year is going to be amazing. It already is because this is how we're starting it. But this year is so amazing. I have quite a few projects coming down the pipeline that I just wrapped recently. A couple films. I have a film circulating in the film festival right now called I Held Him. Some stuff I just wrapped a couple months ago, one last month. Can't really talk about it just yet, but they're coming. I just want people to be on the lookout for that. So I'm just really, really excited about it.
Let me jump back really quick because I know you came back in 2019 and you did a play here in town. Tell us about that.
Yes, from my mentor, fellow worker of the Paul Robeson Theater, Miss Paulette Harris. She was the one who gave me my first start in Buffalo back, I think it was what, 2010 or 2013? 2013, I think. I did a play called Sex, and it was phenomenal. Got my first start there. But in 2019, she called me on the phone. She said, "This one is for you. I need you to do this. Whatever your schedule is, let's figure it out. But I need you to come home and do this one." And when I tell you that at that point was the highlight of my career, to be able to move away from home, come and make my name for myself in another city, and then be invited back home by the same people who gave me my start to lead a play. And Native Son by Nambi E. Kelly. The book was written by Richard Wright. One of the best things I've ever done. It was one of the best things because it was a challenge for me. I had to push myself, and it was the most rigorous thing I had to do to that time to prepare myself for a role because it was very dark, it was very heavy, and like, but we did it. 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 And that was life changing, honestly. Yeah.
That's so great and good of you to credit Paulette and the folks here in Buffalo that you've worked with so recently. Finally, just what do you want to say to people in Buffalo? Like you already alluded to the fact that it's been a tough couple of years for us. I mean, whether you're talking about what happened, in East Buffalo with the top shooting to the blizzard that we just had, the city has had more than its share of struggles. But you're in the theater capital of the world now, having some success. Tell me about why Buffalo is still so important to you.
Buffalo is important because that's what I know. Buffalo is what made me who I am. I love a quote, everything I'm not made me everything I am. Like that place made me who I am. My number is still 716. Nothing changes. Don't call me y'all. Like, no. Text, text me. I'm a little overwhelmed, but no, Buffalo made me who I am, and I can't forget it. My whole family is there. My friends from kindergarten is there. My friends from high school are still there. Everyone I know is still there. And I want to say this, listen, if we never had any hope, or you think that there was no sunshine or no examples of what we can do, I hope that you can see that this is living proof. And I haven't even done the things that I'm set out to do. I'm just getting started. And I want you to know that you can do anything you set your mind to if you just believe. And there are going to be so many days where you're feeling down and negativity is all around you, but you have to find the positive in that. You have to find something positive to keep you going. You can't put that stuff inside of your spirit. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. If anybody's going to believe in you, you got to believe in yourself first. And I promise you, you can do whatever you set your mind to. I promise. I'm proving it to myself.
Awesome. That's a great inspirational message. And we're gonna be your new hometown fan base here at Channel 2.
I love you,
Alfonso.
Buffalo.
We're gonna continue to follow. So let's stay in touch. We're gonna have this clip at 11. I will send that link to you so that you can see the whole thing. And I know your family will be watching too. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
And Mary Alice, I do want to say I'm also filming a TV show now, East New York. It's going to be even more present than what you're going to see tonight in Law and Order. What I'm filming right now, I'm actually filming all this week. I'm already been doing it. We're almost wrapped, but it's going to be so crazy. And another Buffalonian is in that show. He's a series regular, Ruben Santiago Hudson.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So
Yes.
I got to finally, other Buffalonians, and shout out to Rosalind Ruff, who I also just did my second Broadway show with, The Skin of Our Teeth. But just stay on the lookout. We're here. Buffalo, we're here. We're on the map. We out there.
We're going to remember your name, my friend. All the best to you.
Bless.